It is Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. My name is Steve Pulaski. You'll likely see my next guest on your TV this Thanksgiving. He's been the co-host of NBC's National Dog Show for 21 years. More than 3,000 canines compete for Best of Show honors at the Kennel Club of Philadelphia's annual show, and he'll be right there alongside John O'Hurley to cover the pups' performances. He's David Frei. How are you today, David?
Steve, I'm doing great because I'm around all my great dogs and my dog friends, and we're excited to bring this great show to everybody while they're waiting for their turkey.
20 years is a long time to be co-hosting this show, David. How did you first get connected with the National Dog Show?
Well, of course, I did the Westminster Dog Show for 27 years, and that was at a point in time where they overlapped, me doing Westminster and doing the National Dog Show. And now I'm just exclusive to the National Dog Show on NBC. So my exposure in the dog show world has been since 1990, and the dogs have brought so much to my life, and the people as well have become my greatest friends. So I'm truly blessed.
What has doing this every year taught you about dogs, David?
Taught me that they are unconditional loving. I mean, that's the easy one. That they are spontaneous in what they do and sincere in everything they do. That they are great judges of character. I always say that if my dog doesn't like somebody, I'm going to be suspicious of them from the start. But I'm very involved with therapy dogs. My dogs visit hospitals and visit children, visit veterans, visit seniors, and I see them working their magic every day with people like that, getting them to smile, getting them to talk, and getting them to think about things other than what they're going through maybe in a treatment program. But I'm lucky. Talk
about some of your work, too, as a breeder, owner, handler. What's that like? How involved is that?
Well, for years before I started doing the television, I was involved with breeding and showing Afghan hounds, and that's how I met all the people at Westminster who said, "Hey, would you like to do our dog show?" And I had worked previously for the Denver Broncos in the PR role with them and with the 49ers, and they thought maybe I could be their guy on television, and they said, "Let's do our show." That was 1990. I thought, well, this will be fun for a couple of years. Let's see what happens. And here I am, 35 years later, still going full speed in the dog show world. So I'm excited about that every year, the things that we do and the things that we show our viewers and teach them about dogs and help them find the right dog for their family, we hope.
He's David Frei on NBC's National Dog Show happening on Thanksgiving. It's an annual tradition. David, what is the most challenging thing to teach a dog in your experiences?
Well, it depends on the dog. Some breeds are more ready learners than others, but I think every once in a while the toughest thing is to teach them they can't always go with you. They can't always be with you because that's what they want more than anything else, is to be with you all the time. And every once in a while when I have to say goodbye, I'll see you in a little bit, I'll be right back, and the look that I get as I'm walking out the door really touches my heart, and I know that they love me and want to be with me. So I think that's the easy answer there. That's the toughest part, but everything that we get in exchange for that, for them tolerating us being gone once in a while, is well worth the trade-off.
How do you tell a dog that's fit to be a show dog versus a dog who, I don't know, is better suited to like chase its tail and sleep the day away? How do you make that determination?
I think the dogs make that determination, and I'm just there as an observer, and I notice it. But not every dog can be a show dog. Not every dog loves everything that we ask of our show dogs, whether it's in the ring or the travel or going places and being around a lot of people and a lot of other dogs. They would rather just be with me at home or anywhere else that we go. I think they tell us. And as far as a show dog goes, show dogs are real dogs. They're just the same as your dog at home, that they do sit on our couches and shed on our black clothes and drink out of a toilet once in a while, maybe. But they are real dogs. We just dress them up a little bit, so to speak, and take them to dog shows on weekends mostly.
I'll put you on the spot here for a second. My girlfriend and I have a Jack Russell Terrier. Her name is Pistol. What's a cool thing we can teach her? You got anything off the top of your head?
To calm down. How about that? You've got to be able to match your dog in terms of energy and intelligence. And I think if you just stay ahead of them, let them do what they were bred to do. Terriers in general are bred to be looking for trouble all the time, so they're always on their toes, watching around to see what's going on around them. And I think you just have to make sure that your dog's under control around other people and other dogs, so that you're a good dog owner, you're a good neighbor, you're a good member of your family. And the same thing applies to your dog, and because whatever you are, your dog will be. And that's the great thing about the dogs, is that we share that with them as members of the family.
You're very active on the charity front too, David. I want to give you an opportunity to talk about all that you do for various organizations, if you would.
Well, I started a charity in New York called Angel on a Leash. It was for therapy dogs. We created and administered therapy dog programs in different healthcare facilities, ranging from the Ronald McDonald House for kids in New York City to Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York City. We were the first dogs ever allowed in there. And just being anywhere with the dogs on the street. You don't have to be in a healthcare facility. We interact with people so much on the street. I feel like we're doing good things for them. Walking to work, where there's a guy sleeping on cardboard over in the church courtyard that whistles at the dog, and we go over and interact with them. It's the old what would Grace do? My therapy dog, my great Brittany therapy dog. She would go over and talk to this guy. So we go over and talk to him, and we make his day. He's smiling and happy when we leave, but he's got a big day in front of him, probably trying to survive out there. And we think we're supportive of people just by making them feel better about themselves. A dog changes the energy. Dog walks into the room, the energy changes, and that's what they do with people every single interaction they have.
Lastly, I'm a huge Sex and the City fan, David. You got to refresh my memory about your appearance on the show.
That was the highlight of my life, of course, being on Sex and the City. My 8 words of dialogue, my supposed interlude with Charlotte. I was a dog show judge, and Charlotte showed Elizabeth Taylor to me, Kristen Davis, and I gave her the win without hardly looking at the dog. I pointed to her to be the win, but that was 2004, and in that world, that Sex and the City is still on TV every day. I get a residuals check every once in a while for probably less than $2 most of the time, but it's just a memory of being able to do that, of being able to walk into the makeup tent and have Sarah Jessica Parker say to me, "I know you. I watch you on television all the time." I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Well, I know you too." And I walked away thinking, "Oh, you dummy. Couldn't you have said something wittier than that?" but yeah, it was great fun. It was a great show, and it's going to go on forever. So I'm going to be getting my $25 a year, probably cumulative, from that, and it's a great reminder of the things that my dogs have brought me. Just one more thing.
He's David Frei. Again, NBC's National Dog Show is happening once again this Thanksgiving. You could see him alongside John O'Hurley for all the coverage. David, I greatly appreciate your time. Can't wait to watch you in a couple of days.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me on. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.